Hello guys, Stormy here, and I'm in Minecraft today. Why am I in Minecraft when I normally make videos on racing games? Well, it's a pretty short story actually. My brother recently got invited onto a server with some of his friends, and he got me invited onto it, so I'm here. I've only been on here for a few days. I've got some stuff set up already. I went back and forth between whether or not I was actually going to make any videos on this, but I decided I might as well. I'm really enjoying it. I thought you guys might enjoy it as well. So I'm here. I thought I would give you a little bit of a tour of my little area I got set up here just to get you caught up. And in the next video I make, we'll actually start doing some stuff. You'll get some ideas on what we have to actually do later on in the tour, but I'll get started and I'll just show you around, let you see what there is. So the first thing you're looking at is my starter house, I guess you could say. My dog is sitting outside for some reason. Bork, yes. The two pillager banners. I got raided by two separate groups of pillagers already in only a couple days, so just put them on the front of the house, why not? It's pretty small. I'll show you inside in a second. I want to show you the outside stuff first, and I'll go closer on that in a second. I recently remodeled it. That's why this guy is over here. He actually used to be next to the house, but now he's over here. Stompy, the resident saddled pig, because why not? I need to find a horse somewhere. I can't find horses anywhere on this server. I've been behind by a few weeks on the other players, so I think they've already kind of gotten all the stuff out of the area, and I went a good like 2,000 blocks from spawn, so I'm a pretty good distance away, but still a lot of stuff is missing. I managed to find most things. Like you'll see, I've got all the trees here except for acacia, is it? But I've got saplings for that in my storage. You can see the cow farm here gotten a little out of hand. I need to expand it, getting ready to make some books, so I need a lot of leather. Get some real enchanting going on right now. I've got sharpness 1, unbreaking efficiency 1 stuff. A lot of stuff to get going here still. Over here, my wood pile, wood actually stored outside of the house because there's not much space in there. And then over here we've got the farms. You saw that for a second earlier before I went over to the house. Here's the wheat farm. This is how I'm breeding those cows right now. It used to be half wheat, half carrots, because I used to actually have a pig farm, but that ended up just being Stompy in the end, and I killed all the rest of them and made room for the cow farm. Here I've got my pumpkins. That's providing my main source of food, with sugarcane, which is just over there, and eggs, which are in my house. I'm making pumpkin pies, and that's actually a really easy source of food, so I'm sticking with it for now, although beef may become my primary one until I get villagers to spawn in with some golden carrot trades, and then I'll probably move to that. We got bamboo here. Got more bamboo than I know what to do with anymore. I'm probably gonna just cut it down at some point. Pretty much the same with the sugar cane. I've got more than I know what to do with. All my farms actually used to be in this little area right here. You'd never know, because I just covered it back up. Right up here, my portal. My brother actually built this for me on the server, so that's why it's out here. A pretty funny frozen ocean right there next to a desert biome. The interesting thing about this desert biome, though, This thing stretches 1,400 blocks in one direction. Like, from here, straight that way, 1,400 blocks across. It goes a bit diagonal, so that's kind of how I got my 2,000 blocks away from spawn over here. But yeah, just a bit diagonal and way out that way is spawn, and this reaches all the way to spawn. It's a huge desert. But moving on from this, not gonna bother showing you in the nether, because it's kind of just a mess. It's really just a bunch of holes in the ceiling of the nether linking our portals together. Nothing all that interesting, really. We'll get over here to my main house right now. I think I mentioned I recently renovated this. It was a little ugly. It's still a little ugly, but I like it how it is right now. Got trapdoors for shutters on the windows that actually work. Now, you might see here, this is my door. It's a block and a half tall. Now the theme here, I don't know why I decided to go with it, but I decided on this before I even knew I was going to be on the server for sure. I had asked my brother to see if he could get me on. The theme is cramped, or claustrophobic even. So you have to crouch just to get in. And then once you're inside, it's not all that much bigger. In fact, I put trapdoors here. Put trapdoors here just to make it as claustrophobic as possible. Again, don't know why, just did it. I'm gonna sleep real quick just to stop some mobs from spawning. You can see there actually, my dog can't get in. I've never had any trouble with baby zombies getting in through here. I haven't tested if they can get in through there or not. I haven't had one to test it with. When the door's open, my dog can get in. Here's my storage system, just blocks and blocks and blocks and plants and the valuables, redstone. Then here's my egg farm. This took forever to set up. It's the most basic thing you've ever seen in your life, and it took ages to set up. This thing, I forget how this even came about. I think this was just a request from one of the other people on the server. He was like, you should put a campfire in there. And so I did. And I made a chimney, and you can see that coming out the top right there. There's the chimney right there. It's pretty ugly on the outside, but it works. There's a trapdoor on the top too, so that if I'm running around with my dog, I can close it and he won't go falling right into this. That's why there are trapdoors around it too, because he just kept running into it. He's a smart dog. His name pretty much explains him. But yeah, egg farm. You get so many eggs from where. Yeah, I've been putting some of them in here because I'm just overflowing with them. Probably just gonna start raiding people's bases and throwing eggs at them. But yeah, makes plenty of pumpkin pie. Keeps me fed. And who doesn't like pumpkin pie anyways? Funny story about that, I'm actually not that big a fan of pumpkin pie in real life. I'll eat it, it's okay, but not my favorite. Now down here, we have the mine, or the starts of the mine. It actually, this opening right here used to be 3 blocks wide, I think, went straight that way. And you can see here, this is the start of a abandoned mine shaft. I ran straight into it, got a cave spider spawner right there, that close to my base right there where I came down. Actually took me a while to find that one, funny enough. I got a zombie spawner right there, and as you can see, they both work at the same time, so if I wanted to, I could make a farm off of them. I don't think I'm going to though, and I'll show you why later. I think I'm actually going to wind up removing both of these, because this in here, this big open area, this is the start of my mines. I kind of got inspiration from it from the Mines of Moria in Lord of the Rings, and I just have this idea for this giant open space underground with these massive pillars. This one, I already realized this isn't big enough. They're gonna need to be 7 by 7 at least. And that's before details added on top of them. I need to work with that to get an idea. But the bigger problem is, right now this is as high as I want to take the roof. And if I F3 real quick, you can see that's Y53 on this level, Y54 on this level, so it's Y55 at the roof there. From here down to there, I believe that's 44 right there and right there. I go a little farther down in a couple places where it was just down farther from caves and stuff. I want to take this all the way down to lava level, so that's Y11, so I've got a lot of digging to do. And that's why I'm thinking this isn't going to be big enough. The plan for these is to have one of these spaces. This is, how many is it? It's 9. It's a 3 by 3 cube, 15, it's 15 blocks from here to here then, and from here to here across. These first few are actually 15 from here to there, but only 12 from here to here. That was just a mistake on my part. I'm gonna leave it because I'm not planning on having any columns in this first row, but I'm planning on doing a grid. Like you see here, eventually these pathways are gonna be gone, but they're just there for the initial building phase. I'm planning on having column, empty, column, empty, column, continuing the pattern, and this way as well, so it would be column, empty, column, so on. I don't really have much of a plan for this build apart from just aesthetics. I want to make something really big and really cool to look at, and that's what we've got going on here. Now aside from this, we've got the mines that ran around. It's cleared out at this point. There were a bunch that went off that way, that's why you can see some openings there. Nothing really of interest that way though. Most of it was from here on out that way. There is another cave spider spawner just around the corner back there. I'm not going to bother going to that. But that's already 2 cave spider spawners right there. There's a zombie spawner right there. If I go down this way, I believe just down past here, I'm still learning the place. Like I said, I've only been on a couple days, so it's all still pretty new to me. I've got a zombie spawner right here. I might do something with that one, but I think that's still going to be too close to the main project over there. And coming up here, go just around the corner back out to where we were, come down here. Sorry, it's a bit of a run. Got one of these nice open rooms. I like these, but there's nothing of interest around here really. This right here, some of you might know what you're looking at right away. This here is a cave spider farm. Happened to get a double spawner right here and right here. So this is currently my biggest source of XP, except it's not doing a very good job, honestly. The spiders don't give out much XP. I can turn it on real quick just to show you. But what happens is I turn it on from here. That turns off the lights. You can hear the spiders start to spawn. Then what happens is they get flushed down through some water streams into this bubble vader, up like that one, over, and then they fall down through here into this pit. I got this design from Etho on Etho's lab, and it works pretty good. Occasionally you get the odd one dying like that. It's actually a little more often than just occasionally. I want to say 1 in 10 dies. You see this though? This right here, this is a water blade that I added after the fact, because occasionally you'll get one of them just jumping up and climbing the walls, and then they get stuck up there, and there's nothing you can do about them at that point. Like that guy right there, he just fell because that water stream pushing me probably would have grabbed the wall and climbed up. So this solves a lot of the problems with the system, but not all of them. The spiders can still get stuck inside the main chambers. And just so you can see, this is another one that runs up into the middle. So that's how the two connect. You can see here, there's another problem. To get them from in there to out here, I needed to have this bubble vader to push them up like that. But because of that, there's an empty air pocket between. You might be able to see. Oh, look, someone got on. Right here, the source block is right there on that, and I left this open space so that the water stream pulls them in, and then as soon as they get off of this block, they just shoot up. They haven't gotten stuck in here as far as I've seen at any point. But anyways, down here you can come into the killing chamber, and this is where you get all the XP. Now you can see I'm actually a half slab down here, because these guys can still hit you when you're on this block, and it happens so frequently. Even when you're back where I am, if you're up a full block, they can hit you. I can't hit them from there, but it seems if I get just onto this block, usually I don't get hit, and I can start taking them out like this, and that's how I get my XP from it. Nice, simple system. Try and clear out the rest of them. That guy. Oh, yep, you see? That guy right there gets pushed up, hits the water blade, and hopefully we'll catch it here in a second. Falls down. Although he grabbed the wall again. He's a determined little one. Well, usually they just fall back down and then they die on impact because they've hit the ground twice. Just like that. And store my stuff in here. And occasionally a drop misses these hoppers and it doesn't get in, but it's not that big a deal. You see I'm getting plenty of drops from this. I'm thinking of a couple ways that I can improve this design. I'm thinking this bubble vader into merging stream, dropping them in one place. I don't think this is actually a great design, because for these to be active, I have to be standing pretty much right here. I can't be killing them and spawning them at the same time, and that slows down rates a ton, and that slows down XP gain. They don't drop a lot of XP as it is, so that really slows down the process, and I've been brainstorming a lot on how to fix this. I'm probably going to make a video on that in the near future. So moving from that, I've pretty much only got one more spot in the base worth showing. Now, as I was saying about this being built in an abandoned mineshaft, it connects up to a bunch of caves and a bunch of ravines in this case. I think there are 3 ravines it's connected to, I want to say. So this is one of them, and this leads right down to my strip mine. I wanted it to be a good distance away. I've got plenty of furnaces and a chest here and a crafting table, just so in case I forget anything I don't need to build it, it's all right here. It is a bit of a run, but having all that stuff there helps out a bunch. You can see built out quite a good way that way. I've already had a good number of runs. This was all in the hopes to get diamonds, because I do not have much on this server right now. I could probably get a good bit of stuff from some of the people here, but I thought it would be better at least starting out to try and get some stuff on my own. You can see running down these tunnels from all the way on this end to all the way on that end, which is really good distance out there. I've completed runs every 3rd block, so that if there's any ores on here or here that I could see, I will see them. And for the most part it's worked out pretty well. I've already gotten over 20 diamonds from this, and I mean seeing the size of it, 20 diamonds doesn't sound like a lot, but in my case it is a lot. And then this way, so from here that way, I've only completed 3 runs so far. Then you can see this is where it would continue, but I haven't continued it yet. And that's, for the most part, the entirety of my base. There's not a lot going on right now. A lot of plans, but not a lot actually built up yet. So, ideas for the future. Obviously, like I said, working on that spider farm, seeing if I can get the rates of the spiders spawn and XP drop to make it actually worth using, because right now I'm getting more experience just mining for ores than I am from that farm. So I need to do some work on it. It works okay as an AFK farm, but apart from that, yeah, you get the odd kamikaze creeper too in here. I'm really surprised that creeper managed to blow me up like that. We're almost back too. But yeah, lighting up this whole area. I've got most of the caves in the area lit, so in places like that ravine, they really spawn in number now. Here's the other cave spider spawner. I was actually really close to getting back. This is right where I died just now. Huh, must have spawned right up there. I will need to fix that up. And there you go. So anyways guys, that's my base. That's what I got going on right now. I'm hoping to make a series out of this. Really excited to do that because I've thought about making a Minecraft series for a long time, but haven't really had a reason to. But being on a server gives me a little bit more incentive to actually make videos on it. And with kind of the resurgence of Minecraft's popularity, I feel like it might actually be a good thing to do. So, I'll give it a shot. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you guys later.